You're slacking off on your housework again, aren't you? Oh, hi, Barbara. What a nice surprise to hear from you. Although I am actually not surprised at all. And it looks like you're also just coming into our house again without letting me know first. No, of course not. I would never do that. I let Patrick know about it, of course. He's the man of the house, so of course I let him know when I'm coming over. So, please don't accuse me of being that inconsiderate. After all, this is Patrick's house in the first place, and I'm his mother, so… Oh, is that so? There's actually a bit more to it than that, but… Well, at any rate, Pat isn't at home today, so… But now I think I know why he decided to take today off. Oh, don't you worry your pretty little head about what my son is up to. He's doing exactly what he should be doing, just like he always does. I'm over here right now especially for you, my dear. You and I have business to discuss. Oh, is that so? Then thank you very much for being so concerned with me. But as it happens, I am at work right now, and it's quite busy, so I really can't talk for too long. Oh, you're not doing anything that important at that job of yours. You need to let that job go right now. Nothing there is nearly as important as what we need to talk about, my dear. Why are you telling my son that he needs to do his laundry and wash dishes on his day off from work? He's a working man and he shouldn't have to do any of that stuff for himself. Oh, that's what this is about, huh? I should have known, I suppose. Then I'm sorry, but it will have to wait. As I said, I'm very busy at the moment. What? What do you have going on that's more important than this? What could possibly be more important than your husband? Barbara, you seem to think that my work isn't important, but that's simply not true. I can tell you that my job is at least as important as Patrick's. I have responsibilities and duties here, too, just like at home. And I'm making as much as he is, too, for your information. So there's that aspect of it, too. Now, that's just not right. That's exactly the opposite of how things are supposed to be. You shouldn't be making as much money as your husband. It's just disrespectful. Your job as his wife is to support him in everything he does and make him feel like he's the man of the house. Competing with him over who brings home more money is just unacceptable. A good wife doesn't do that. You need to support him and lift him up, just like I do. Barbara, you're showing your age again with this stuff. It's 2023, and not 1953. Women work nowadays, and there are even husbands who stay home and take care of the kids and the housework, believe it or not. I've heard this stuff from you so many times that I hear the words before they even come out of your mouth. It's really not even necessary for you to say them anymore. You've made your outdated views on this subject perfectly clear, and I've told you before that Pat and I have talked about all this too. Oh, that's good. Then let's go back to my original question, which you still haven't answered. Why aren't you at home, where you're supposed to be? The dishes are dirty and his underwear needs washing. Patrick has the day off from work and you've left him all by himself yet again. What in the world are you thinking, leaving him alone like that? Can't you see that he's lonely and he needs you? It's like I told you. I have to work. My job doesn't stop just because Pat's lonely. And besides, today is a weekday anyway. I would be working whether Pat took the day off or not. So why is it that you're at our place again today? I don't understand why you're dropping in unannounced again. Wait, did Pat ask you to come over? Is that the reason? Yep, he did ask me to come over, and that's why I'm here now. And I can see why he called me. This house is in a state of total disarray. He told me that you're not doing any housework, and he asked me to come over and help him with some of it. Well, that's very kind of you to come over and take care of him like that, but it really shouldn't be your problem. I must admit, I'm surprised that he can't be alone by himself for a day. After all, he is 33 years old. I hope I don't need to start looking into babysitting services for him. Those aren't cheap, you know. But if that's what I need to do so that he doesn't have to call you over to our house like this, I suppose I'll just have to do it for him. Excuse me! A babysitter! What on earth is that supposed to mean? Is that meant to be a joke? Now you're ridiculing him? Ridiculing your own husband? You really have a lot of nerve. Is that what a good wife does to her husband? Ridicule him? How can you look at yourself in a mirror, talking about him like that? Whoa, hang on a minute, Barbara. I'm just being constructive. I mean, wouldn't a babysitter make sense? Then he wouldn't need to call you over because he's lonely, and you and I wouldn't need to go round and around about this stuff again and again like this. I told Patrick in no uncertain terms that he shouldn't be calling you to come over all the time like this. But he's just totally incapable of being at home alone and taking care of things that I ask him to. I'm at my wit's end with him, to be honest. There must be a better way than this. You're at your wit's end? He's the one who should be saying that. You're completely failing at your job as his wife. He should have found himself a more suitable wife. That's for sure. You just don't care about his needs at all, do you? Shame on you! I should have never let him get married to a country bumpkin like you. I honestly don't know what I was thinking. I should have known better. Now you're calling me a country bumpkin? You just scolded me for ridiculing your son, and now you do the same thing to me? And besides, that makes no sense. I mean, if I am a bumpkin, then you are too. Your hometown is even smaller than mine. You just have to backtalk me at every opportunity, don't you? I don't know where you got those manners from. You know, ever since Pat and I first got married, I've been super impressed with your attitude and views. Truly and deeply impressed. You are an absolute battle axe, Barbara. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Battle axe? What's that supposed to mean? What are you trying to say? Are you insulting me now? Is that what you've progressed to now? Petty insults. First to my son and now to me? Why, no, not at all. You're misunderstanding. If anything, it's a compliment of your tenacity and dedication, Barbara. Oh. Well, in that case, thank you. I appreciate it. You're very welcome. It's the least I could do, given the circumstances. At any rate, I want you to know that I respect you and your opinions, and I will always show you the same respect that you show me. Well then, I'm happy to hear that. That's really a load off my mind. Why didn't you just say that in the first place, girl? Well, you know. It's so good to talk with you. So good to clear the air. No hard feelings, right? Definitely not on my part. It's not every day that someone pays me a compliment like that, dear. I'm a battle axe. A warrior queen. Such high praise. Yes. It absolutely is high praise and very well deserved. You've earned it, and you earn it every time we talk. But let's not forget about the rest of our talk today, dear. You need to remember what I've told you. Understand? Since you obviously hold my opinions in such high regard, it's high time you started learning from me how to properly look after your husband. Oh, yes. Definitely. Please share your pearls of wisdom with me. I yearn for them. Thank you so much for offering to help me with that. I definitely will listen to everything you have to say, and I will certainly take you up on that offer sometime. Sometime? What good is sometime? When is sometime? I don't like the sound of that. You're just telling me what I want to hear and have no intention of actually doing that. Admit it. What? No, that's not true at all. I would never just tell you what you want to hear. I fully intend to take you up on that kind offer sometime very soon, Barbara. Really? Do you really mean that? Of course I do. From the bottom of my heart. I only said sometime because I know you're a busy woman too, and I respect that about you. Yes, well, that is true, of course. I am very busy myself. Lots to do and think about, as always. I'm a woman of action, you know. But look, dear, you have a way of saying things that's easy to misunderstand, so you really should be mindful of how you put things, you know. I'll see what I can do about that. You'll see what you can do. Oh, never mind. At any rate, just make sure that you put the appropriate effort into taking care of things around the house like you're supposed to. That's friendly advice from your favorite battle axe warrior queen. Okay? Yep. You can say that again. Okay, I have to go now, so please take good care of Pat for me today. You don't need to tell me to do that. He's my son. Just come home as soon as you can. He's waiting for you, and so am I.
Hey! Why are you telling lies to my mom? You really shouldn't be doing that. She got mad at me and just got up and left earlier, and it's all your fault.
Oh, really? How so?
Don't just say, "Oh, really?" to me. It's your fault she left. What's the big idea calling her a battle axe? That's just mean and not accurate at all. After you called her that, she looked it up and she was mortified when she found the real meaning of the word. You know English isn't her first language.
Oh, my word. I didn't think she'd find out so soon. That's actually pretty hilarious, I have to say. Well, at least she learned a new word.
Hilarious? There's nothing hilarious about it, and I can't believe you would think there is. She came to me all happy about you calling her that, and I had to break it to her that it wasn't what she thought it was. She was crushed.
But why did you have to tell her that? You didn't need to do that. You should have just let her think it was a compliment, dummy. You just don't know when to leave well enough alone, I swear.
You actually told her it was a compliment on her tenacity or something like that. I mean, come on.
Oh, relax. It was just a goof. All in good fun. You have to keep your sense of humor about this stuff. You and her both need to get a sense of humor, to be honest.
I'm just glad it was me that she told about it and not one of her friends from the salon or the neighbors. Have you thought about how embarrassing that would have been for her? Don't do that to her again. Ever. Understand? When she found out what that word actually meant, she was so upset that she vowed to me that she'd have you on your knees begging for forgiveness. You know that?
Oh, is that so? She's going to make me pay for it, is she?
That's really all you have to say. You might have opened up a can of worms here, Sarah. You know that, don't you?
I seriously doubt that's going to happen. She talks a big game when she's texting or talking on the phone, but she's not going to do anything next time we meet. I'd bet money on that. She called and texted me before you did, you know. She was telling me to come back to the house because we needed to rehearse a bunch of stuff before the family get-together. So I told her I was busy and she just disappeared.
Huh? She didn't tell me anything about that.
Anyway, what's up with you now? What's this all about? Why the urgency?
What do you mean?
You told her what I asked you to, right? I mean, you told her not to come over unannounced, right? So, why was she there? Why was the battle axe in our house?
I told you, didn't I? Don't call her that.
Why shouldn't I call her that? It fits her personality perfectly. You should look up the meaning too, and tell me that it's not perfect. And I'll call you dummy husband from now on too, because it fits. How do you like that?
But
Over and over and over again. I've told you, but you just don't listen. Don't bring her over because all she does is stir up trouble between us. The same thing happens every time. And yet you still have to call her over here because you can't wash some dishes or do some laundry on your own.
It's just that.
Whatever. We'll talk about it when I get home, along with a bunch of other stuff. I'll be there in a matter of minutes now, so sit tight. Don't go anywhere because I have a lot of things to talk to you about. We need to get on the same page about all this stuff as soon as possible. Huh? What's going on? My key isn't working and I can't get in the house. Is there something wrong with my key? Did you lock me out? What is going on here? This has never happened before.
What? You're here? Why are you here? You weren't supposed to come back yet. Aren't you out shopping? You're supposed to be out shopping this afternoon.
Shopping? Nope, I'm not shopping. I had other errands to run, but I'm back now and I need to get in my house. I told you about all this yesterday, but it looks like you weren't listening to me again.
Whatever. Never mind. Just stay outside. Don't come in the house. You shouldn't be here right now.
Stay outside? Yeah, no. I'm not staying outside my own house. If you're here, let me in. And I mean right now. The door is locked and I can't get in. What's this all about? Explain to me what's going on.
I don't know anything about the locks. Not a thing. But Mom and I are enjoying some quality time together right now, so...
What? She's here again? Why doesn't that surprise me? Why is she here yet again? I thought we talked about this.
Yeah, she's here because she's worried about me. That's what moms do. And you were supposed to be out shopping, so why should I be alone when I could be with her?
So that's why the door is locked and I can't get in? Your mom told you to do it?
You weren't supposed to come home yet, but whatever. You can think of being locked out as punishment for being so disrespectful to both me and Mom. So you can just wait there outside until whenever.
Oh, really? I see. Okay, I'll just wait.
Yeah. You're not so tough now, are you? What a difference a lock makes. Maybe now you'll think about your behavior and see the error of your ways. I really didn't think we'd have to go this far to teach you some respect, but here we are. How do you like us now? Surprised, right? That'll be the last time you mess with this mother and son relationship.
Okay. Whatever you say. I'll be sure to keep my distance from you two lovebirds from now on. We'll just be waiting out here patiently then. As you wish.
Huh? What do you mean, we? Who's with you?
Sarah! Why didn't you tell us that your parents were going to visit? You should have let us know about that. Oh no, it was no problem at all. We were fine just waiting outside the house. No problem. After all, you and Pat were enjoying your quality time together, and I didn't want to interrupt that because I know you don't see each other nearly as often as you both would like. Plus, it saved me some time, too, because I didn't need to explain the current complicated situation to them. Complicated situation? What do you mean? What's complicated about the situation? It really sounds like you're making Patrick and me out to be the bad guys in this so-called complicated situation. No, not at all. I never said anything of the sort. But it does sound like that, you know. And even if that were the case, I was just really happy to see my parents and enjoy lunch with them. I've been pretty stressed out and tired lately, so... It was great to see them, and I feel refreshed and rejuvenated. It really does make a world of difference knowing that people who care about me are nearby, you know? Nearby? What do you mean by that? Anyway, I'll be having dinner with them today and then going home after that. You're having dinner with them too? They aren't headed back already? Yes, well, they told me they wouldn't stand for me not joining them for dinner. So I can't very well say no now, can I? They'd be angry, for sure. They'd be angry? How so? And shouldn't Patrick be joining you all for dinner? I actually think that it would be better if he doesn't join us. I mean, my dad is saying that he's not sure how he'll react seeing Pat's face and that he won't be responsible for his actions and so forth. But if Pat wants to join us despite that, he's certainly welcome, and so are you. Well, shouldn't you try to mediate or something? I mean, try to defuse the situation. Defuse it? I don't know what you mean. Oh, never mind then. Anyway, please do be sure to send our best regards to them, okay? There are no hard feelings about anything on our end, so we hope there aren't on theirs either. Take care now and see you soon. Hey, where are you right now?
What do you care anyway? Since when do you care where I am or what I'm doing?
Whoa, why so hostile? Are you at home? I'm asking because it's raining and I want you to close the windows.
You've got no business checking up on me. Leave me alone.
What? I think you're misunderstanding me. Just to be clear, I'm not concerned about you. I'm concerned about our furniture, drapes, and hardwood floors.
Very funny. Look, I talked to Mom while you were back home visiting your folks. And I've decided that you and I are through. I'm divorcing you.
Ugh. You just had to go and call her again, huh? You really are just tied to her apron strings. So, you wanted to talk about getting divorced? Fine. But that's the talk that I'm supposed to be involved in, don't you think?
No, I don't think that in the least. And neither does Mom. We made the decision and your input doesn't matter. You are no longer necessary in my life. That's the bottom line. And you're going to cause a lot of trouble if you refuse to get divorced. Understand?
Refuse to get divorced? Why would I do that?
That's right. Just don't do it or even think about it. Mom has been concerned about you doing just that. So we decided that we needed to talk it out without you around.
Wow. You two should just get married yourselves, you know that?
That right there. That snarky attitude of yours is exactly what we're talking about. Your attitude towards me and Mom is entirely inappropriate and unacceptable for a woman in your position. And that's why I'm divorcing you. You are the cause of this divorce.
Excuse me? I'm the cause? Is that what you and your crazy mother actually think? Because, from where I'm standing, it's the two of you nutcases who are the cause of all this.
Oh, shut up already. Mom and I have done nothing wrong. We love each other. You're the one who couldn't just do your duties as my wife. You're the cause of all this. You're useless, and you know it. I feel sorry for your next husband.
Okay, whatever you say.
You're seriously getting on my nerves now, woman. I can't stand you and your snarky attitude for even another day. We're getting divorced, do you hear me? Divorced! You've ruined my quality time with Mom for the last time, woman. Now stay out of my house.
You and your obsession with your mother literally make me sick to my stomach, you know that? Like, I need a barf bag immediately.
Huh? What insults are you hurling at us now?
You heard me. You can put as much lipstick on a pig as you want, but it's still a pig and it makes me nauseous. I mean, quality time with Mom? Seriously? Do you even hear yourself? You couldn't do a better job of announcing to the world that you're a mama's boy if you bought a billboard next to the freeway. It's nauseating, really and truly. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
You don't know what you're talking about. Who are you calling a mama's boy?
You, that's who. Don't act so baffled. Look, you told me to get out, right? You told me you don't want to live with me anymore, right?
That's right. Why?
Fine. I just got some shopping done, so I'll grab a few things and be on my way. See ya!
Grab some things? What are you talking about? What's going on? You're moving out? Today? When you said you were going to grab a few things, you meant cardboard boxes?
Okay, now you're just creeping me out, you creeper.
Huh?
What are you doing? Spying on me? Where are you hiding, you weirdo? Did you install cameras around here?
I told you, don't be calling me those names. The real question is, what are you doing? I thought you were packing, but now it looks like you're doing something other than that.
Isn't it obvious? I'm building a house.
Building a house? What's that supposed to mean? You're building a house from cardboard boxes? Why?
Yep. I've seen the homeless people down at the park doing it. It's actually a bit harder than it looks.
Wait, hang on a second. This is another one of your weird jokes, right? You can't be serious. I kicked you out of the house and now you're going to go live in a house made out of cardboard boxes? What are you going to do? Live in your cardboard box house in the yard? Cardboard doesn't hold up in the rain, you know.
No, you've got it all twisted again, as usual. I'm really not going to miss having to explain things to you all the time like this. It's you who will be living in these boxes, not me. I think this will do for the time being.
What? What are you up to?
That's right. I'm putting these boxes together for you and your mom to live in. You're welcome. And you're lucky that I'm in a good mood and feeling magnanimous. So I'm taking the time to do this for you two instead of just turning you out. There we go. All finished. It's a house fit for a battle axe and her mama's boy. There's just enough room for you two to be comfy and cozy.
What are you saying? Why do you think that me and Mom are the ones who are going to be homeless? And stop calling us those names. I told you.
I call you two those names because they fit. And by the way, I only used masking tape on this stuff, so you're going to want to be careful on days like today when it rains. Just FYI, you know?
Stop talking nonsense. You're the one who's leaving, not me and Mom.
Why do you think that, though? This is my house, you know? Have you forgotten that very important fact?
Huh? Your house.
Oh my. Did you actually forget about that part? I bought this place when I was still single and it was newly built, dummy. You're the one who moved into it after we got married, not the other way around.
But...
No. There are no buts in this conversation. You need to get out of my house. Immediately. You can think of this cardboard box as my parting gift to you and the battle axe. I'm wishing you both the best of luck and nothing but happiness in your new home.
Wait a minute. I'll open the door for you and let you in the house. Just 1 minute, okay? Let's talk about this.
No, I don't think so. We're done talking. Anyway, your dad will be here pretty soon, so I guess I'll just have him wait outside, like me and my parents had to.
What? My dad? He's coming here?
Yeah, I sent him screenshots of all of our text conversations and told him everything that's been going on. So he's going to come over here and pick up whatever needs to be picked up and then throw away the rest. He also said he wants to see where you and your mom are going to be living from now on. So I'll give him the grand tour.
No, you really don't need to be doing that, Sarah. Please. This is a problem. We definitely can't have my dad getting involved in any of this. Can't you just tell Dad that you and I had a little argument or something like that? Just gloss over it and then you and I can talk and work everything out, okay?
Huh? Why would I do that?
Because that's what I told him. I told him that we argue sometimes, but things are fine.
Nah, I can't do that. I already told him the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh, he's just getting here now. Yay! It'll be great to see him. It's been too long.
Wait a minute, Sarah. Please, I'm begging you. Mom's going to be in a bad spot if things play out like this. Dad warned both her and me last time. He warned us. Last time you talked to my dad about this kind of stuff, he told me there would be consequences if it happened again, and we don't want to find out what he meant by that. That's why I'm saying that getting him involved with this is a problem. It's still not too late to just tell him that we had a misunderstanding and argued. Please just tell him that for me, okay?
Well, if that's the case, then you're out of luck, I'd say.
Out of luck? Why?
Because he already knows everything, silly. It wasn't just about the screenshots and that stuff.
What? How?
Remember when you made me and my parents wait outside the house before? When you didn't know it was 3 of us and not just me? Well, my dad was very, very upset about that, and he called your dad to tell him what was going on.
What?
Yeah. Your dad was even angrier than my dad was, and he was ready to come to the house and break the door down. But I told him that you and I weren't going to be together much longer anyway, so it wasn't worth it. He told me to let him know if you did anything else stupid like that and he'd take care of it. So that's why he's here now. Of course, I had to let him know that you and the battle axe were trying to kick me out of my own home, and that's just what I did. He was pretty shocked that this was happening again so soon after the last time.
You can't be serious. How could you go to him behind my back like that?
Yeah, he didn't think you and the battle axe would be acting so stupidly again so soon. But you two have clearly exceeded his expectations. So, congratulations, I guess. Trying to kick me out of my own house is a new low, even for the two of you.
Wait, just hang on a minute. You need to explain yourself to me. Are you telling me that you were already thinking about divorce way back then?
Duh. Of course I was. Did you think I was just going to put up with that treatment forever? I would have had to be crazy not to consider divorce, with the things you and the battle axe were doing to me. Anyway, your dad is about to get here, so I better go and welcome him. It would be bad manners not to. Enjoy the cardboard lifestyle. I hear it's actually pretty good, once you get used to it.
Wait, don't just leave. You're joking, right? This is all a joke, right? Tell me this all isn't happening.
Okay, I'm joking and this isn't all happening.
Right? I knew it. Oh, Sarah.
Just kidding! Dummy.
How could you?
Look, Pat, you and we're just not right for each other. Your mother said it, and it was the only thing that she was right about. I chose poorly. Oh well, live and learn. That's life.
I'm sorry. You have to forgive me. I see how wrong I've been. Sarah!
After that, I had Pat's father pick up the cardboard boxes I had put together, along with the two people who would be living in them. All that was left to do after that was send the rest of Pat's things back home. What a relief it was to get that done. It sounds like Pat's dad wouldn't let the two of them back into their house, so they're staying with other families and friends and hoping to be allowed back under his roof someday. Interestingly enough, both me and Pat's dad both became single again after this whole affair, and he's been kind enough to send me a little bit of money each month as recompense for the horrible way his wife and son treated me. I remember how Pat could never make it to work on time without me getting him out of bed, and I wonder how he's getting along now. Heaven knows his mother was never up early enough to do that for him. I wish them both luck. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to click the like button and give us your opinion in the comments section below. See you in the next video.
Honey, did you see the latest news article that was published today?
What happened? Is it about something big?
Look. This is the neighborhood your parents live in, right?
Oh my, I think it is. They're planning on redeveloping that area? What a coincidence. My mom and dad really grabbed a good spot.
I know. Just wait a couple of years. Think of how much the value of your parents' property will go up by. Don't you think we should go and tell them?
My dad probably already knows. Just leave it alone. It's not even our house. We don't live in that neighborhood either, so why are you making such a huge fuss about all of this? Of course, it's something great happening for my mom and dad, but it doesn't concern us.
Honey, how can I just leave it? Your mom and dad are getting up there in their age. Your parents might not know or understand anything when it comes to this kind of real estate. So I, as their son-in-law, should obviously take it upon myself and go and help them out.
My dad has tons of friends who work in real estate, and one of my mom's friends is a lawyer. Therefore, there is absolutely nothing for you to worry about. They'll be fine.
Well, their friends might try to scam them out of their money and take it for themselves. You never know with people these days when huge amounts of money is involved. But you can always trust your family. This is basically like winning the grand prize in the lottery. Haven't you seen that news story where someone opened up to their friends and asked them for help, but then the whole situation escalated into a huge crime being committed against them?
Oh my goodness. I can't believe that you're so paranoid about becoming a victim to a crime. Don't you remember when you got scammed a couple of years ago?
Why are you bringing that old story up right now? That was years ago. I already apologized to you profusely for losing all of that money, and you forgave me too.
Who said I forgive you for that mess? Thinking about what we went through when we lost all of that money makes my skin crawl. Just focus on making money through your job, your salary. Don't go around copying people who are investing their money and then end up losing everything, got it? Go and try it one more time. Next time you do it, I really will divorce you this time. I'm not bluffing either.
Why are you straying away from what we were talking about? You're going off about something from the past. None of that is important. What we're talking about right now is if we should go see your parents to talk about this.
We go and visit them for normal reasons. Normal ones! Don't go to them with your tail wagging so that you can bother them about how much their house is going to be in the future. You really lose it when there's even a small sign of being able to earn a lot of money because you have no money or luck.
Why are you saying things like that? I really do only have pure intentions. I'm just trying to be of help to your mom and dad. Why are you looking down on someone who is just being sincere?
Go and reflect on your past behavior and actions, and then tell me whether or not you have the right to be spewing any of that. Just think for a second, all right? Stop putting all of your time and effort into something meaningless and go take a shower. Your feet smell so bad that it's making my head hurt like crazy.
What are you talking about? My feet don't smell.
Oh my gosh, do you not have a nose? Go and wash your feet. I can't believe that you're sticking your feet in my face as if you can't smell how rank it is from the other side of the house. Hurry and go take a shower. I can't stand how bad you smell. Don't even think about coming into the bedroom without washing them. Ugh, do you wash your feet in vinegar or something and walk around everywhere like that? Ugh, what's wrong with you?
Is it really that bad? I can't tell. Anyways, wanting to help your parents with their newly found high property value isn't me going overboard. Maybe I should go. Sweetie, should I go talk to them by myself? Hello? Sweetie, open the door, please. Sweetie!
Hi, sweetie. Hi, Mom. What's up?
I know that it's your lunch break right now, but I wanted to see if you're available to talk right now. I'm just calling because there's something I wanted to talk to you about. Also, I know that you've been busy with work recently, but your dad thinks that you've gone and died on us because you don't call home often. Just remember to call your dad sometimes too, please.
Oh, how time flies. He was begging me to move out when I graduated from college. But now that I've moved in with my husband, he's lonely now, isn't he? So, what did you want to talk to me about?
Well, they said our neighborhood is one of the neighborhoods chosen to be redeveloped because of the state mandate to make more housing and facilities across California. Everyone in the neighborhood has been freaking out ever since the news broke out, so I couldn't tell you about it right away.
Oh, I already heard about it.
You did? Who did you hear it from? Did your dad already call you?
No, my husband told me.
What? Caleb? How would he even know about it to tell you?
It was all over the news, so that's probably how he heard about what was happening in your neighborhood. When he came home from work yesterday, he read me the whole news article, so that's why I already knew about it.
If you already knew, then you should have called me to talk about it. You're exactly like your father. You're both just so untalkative and prefer to be alone.
My husband hasn't called you, right?
Caleb? No, he hasn't. Why do you ask?
Well, if he does call you, please don't pick up.
Why? Is something wrong? Did you two have a fight?
No, nothing like that has happened. I just don't want you to have to deal with his nonsense. Ever since the news article about how your neighborhood is one of the chosen areas to be redeveloped came out, He's been worrying himself and going on and on about how he should go see you and Dad.
Oh, is that what he's doing? He's so adorable. What a sweetie.
What about this is adorable? Anyways, just don't pick up any of his calls, okay?
He's just worried about us, that's all. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't be so harsh on him, okay? Oh, that reminds me. Your dad and I were talking about moving. He told me to ask the both of you if you want to move into our apartment in Beverly Hills. So, what do you think?
What? Beverly Hills?
Yeah. Our apartment is closer to your job, isn't it? The both of you bought your house in a rush, so you didn't check if it was being well maintained before you guys moved in. I remember you talking about how the water sometimes doesn't come out of the faucet. It's rough when there are so many things that need to be fixed.
Well, of course, but moving to Beverly Hills is too much. It's Beverly Hills. Of course it's fine for me, but if we move there, then that means that Caleb will be farther from his job. And we'll also be moving far away from his parents. I'm sure his mom won't sit around and watch us move that far away from her. Just thinking about everything makes my head hurt. Moving will be such a pain. I don't think we'll move from our current house.
Even if you think that, we still want to let you have the apartment since you're our only child. Just think it over. Talk to Caleb to see how he feels about moving to Beverly Hills.
If I tell him about this, he's probably going to say that we could have moved in yesterday.
Even better. There's no more issues then.
What should I do about his mom, though? If I ask her if we can move because you and Dad gave us your apartment in Beverly Hills, she'll probably tell me something like, "Fat chance, now get out of my sight." Recently, they've been talking about how Caleb's younger brother, Tyler, is getting married. And what's worse is that their mother doesn't get along with any of the in-laws on his fiancé's side. I think it's because of the house. Tyler doesn't make that much money, so they can't really afford to buy a house. The fiancé's family is pretty conservative. They expect the husband to make all the money while the wife stays at home to take care of the children. They said that they wouldn't approve of her marrying him if he couldn't promise to give her that kind of lifestyle.
Really? I guess I can see how Tyler and his mom might be worried then. They're probably super stressed out about what to do since he must love her a lot.
I just hate how this stress is affecting me. I just want to get rid of it. Mom, was it like this when you got married? Wasn't it worse back then, too? At least these days, most people don't really think like that anymore.
Not really. Your grandma thought differently from everyone back then. Did you think that I married your dad just from meeting him? I knew I wanted to marry him after meeting your grandma. It's because my mom passed away when I was young, so I was probably looking for a mother figure. Your grandma liked me more than your dad, actually.
Why are you bragging about how good you had it with your in-laws when your daughter is struggling with that very problem?
You think my relationship with my in-laws is brag-worthy? Anyways, talk it over with Caleb. There's no parent in the world who would refuse their son. So try and convince Caleb to agree to move to Beverly Hills, will you?
Fine. I don't need any more nagging. I'm going back to work now, Mom. Have a good lunch.
I will. I'll call you again soon. You should also call us first every once in a while.
I called my mom earlier today, honey.
What? You did? What did she say?
Why are you so excited already? All I did was say that I had a phone call with my mom.
Oh. Well, what did your mom say?
This time she was talking to me about moving to the apartment in Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills? Yes! I'm so excited!
She was saying how she and my dad weren't sure if they wanted to move somewhere else, but she asked me if we wanted to move to Beverly Hills. If we said we wanted to, she said she and my dad would move out and give us the apartment.
They'll just give it to us for free? Well, then of course we should move there. Is that even something we have to discuss?
I told her no.
What? Can you repeat that one more time? I think I heard you wrong and heard you say that you refused the apartment.
You heard correctly. I said that I told her that we will not move to that apartment.
What? Why? Why would you tell her no to us moving to their apartments in Beverly Hills? They even told us that they would help us move there, so why would you refuse something so generous?
What would we even do if we moved to Beverly Hills?
What would we do? The question is, what wouldn't we do? How many times do we get the chance to live in Beverly Hills? Chances like this don't come easily, and you're letting this opportunity get away. I'll call your mom and tell her that we'll move.
But if we move, then you'll be farther from your job. Is that okay? And then there's your mother.
Ugh, I'll take care of everything. Is my mom standing in the way of us living in Beverly Hills?
Are you sure about that?
Also, there's no problem with living farther away from my job. It'll only take 2 hours by driving. I've always said that I needed better work-life balance. If I tell my mom that I want to move, she'll be okay with it. So there is absolutely nothing that you have to do. I'll do everything, so you don't have to worry about a single thing. Got it?
What are you planning on telling her? Do you think your mom will be calm about this? Do you think she won't say anything to me about this? And that she won't do anything? Let's just keep on living here. And you won't have to move so far away from your company. Living in Beverly Hills has nothing to do with us. We don't belong there. There are too many rich people there.
Why would we not belong there? Of course, it was your parents who hit it big with being able to live somewhere like Beverly Hills. But now they're passing their success over to us now.
It's my mom and dad's success. Can you even call us successful? All you do is call my parents and talk to them about weird things.
But let's live in Beverly Hills, okay? If you keep saying no, I'm gonna go to your parents to tell them yes. Got it?
Are you a child? Stop whining already. Hearing you whine makes me lose brain cells.
Oh my gosh, let's move to Beverly Hills. Let's go. I'm telling you that I'm truly okay with living far away from my company. I'm okay with it. So why are you the one worrying about how long it takes me to get to work and back? I want to live in the Beverly Hills apartment.
Okay, fine. I get it already.
Really? We can? You're not joking?
I get it already, so stop it.
Sweetie. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ugh, you're being so cringe right now. Let go of my arm and go and wash your feet.
Honey, it's all because of your parents that we get to move to somewhere so nice. I'll call your parents every day from now on. And I'll be so good to you too.
What a smooth talker you are. Whatever, just don't go around getting scammed anymore, all right?
Of course. I'll listen to everything you say.
Let me join in on your calls with my parents sometimes too. My mom always tells me to call them, but I'm too busy with work to call them myself, so I always forget.
Sure, I'll handle calling them so that you don't have to worry about it. I'll take care of all of your phone call needs to your parents. I can call them every day at breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Don't go overboard.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, what a surprise.
Mom, what's wrong? Your voice sounds hoarse. Is something wrong?
At this age, it's a problem if something isn't wrong with my body.
Mom, I told you to go to the doctors if something's wrong. You should get your back checked out to make sure nothing is wrong.
You think I can afford to go to the hospital with how crazy expensive everything is? Even with health insurance. Anyways, why did you call? Is everything all right?
All right. Mom, Alyssa and I are moving.
Moving? Why are you moving all of a sudden? Did something happen where you're living?
We decided to move to an apartment in Beverly Hills.
What? Beverly Hills? Are the both of you out of your minds? With what money do the both of you think you have to be able to move somewhere so expensive?
Oh, Mom. Haven't you watched the news recently? Alyssa's parents' neighborhood is getting redeveloped. They basically won the jackpot. And so her parents called us the other day about it. And they told us that, because of the neighborhood redevelopment news, they were thinking of moving somewhere else. So if we wanted to move into their current apartment, they'd help us with everything. Isn't that amazing?
What? The neighborhood they live in is South Hamilton. Isn't that the center of a lot of the redevelopment projects?
That's what I'm saying, Mom. We're gonna be Beverly Hillers from now on. When we're all moved in, you have to come and visit us, all right?
So when is this gonna happen? When are you gonna move?
I'm not sure. We haven't gotten that far yet. We've only just decided between us that we would move there. I'm pretty sure Alyssa's gonna handle it since it's her parents' place. Anyways, you're fine with us moving there, right?
Yes, of course it's all right. My goodness, the two of you have certainly struck some good luck.
I knew you would be okay with everything. There's no way you would have not been. Alyssa was all worried that you wouldn't be okay with us moving over there.
Me? Why wouldn't I be okay with it?
Well, the place we're living in right now is pretty close to you and Dad. If we move to Beverly Hills, we'll be living far away from you and Dad. So Alyssa was worried that you wouldn't like us living away from you. She actually told her parents that we wouldn't move the first time that they called and asked.
What? What did I even do for her to think that way about me? Anyone who doesn't know us would think that I'm constantly holding a gun to her head or something. How preposterous. She doesn't need to be so scared of me.
Yeah, so that's why I told her that I'd handle everything and that she doesn't have to worry about anything about the move. And since you said it's okay for us to move, my wife can tell her parents the good news soon since she turned down their offer before. I can't wait for us to move in already. This has been my dream ever since I started working.
Well, when you go see the apartment, take lots of pictures for me. I'm so curious to see how nice the apartment is and how different it'll look from us poor folk.
Mom, just imagine what all of your friends will say when they hear where we're going. They'll be so jealous when they hear that you now have family living in the Beverly Hills. I bet none of them would have expected for things to turn out like this for us. Alyssa didn't know that you would feel this positively about all of this. Isn't that right?
Yes, of course. Anything from my sweet son. Anyways, don't tell her that you told me about the both of you moving.
Huh? Why? Is there a reason not to?
Don't worry about it. I'll tell her the next time I see her, so just don't tell her. You don't have to worry about anything.
Okay. I guess I won't since you will.
Of course. I have to go now, so I'll hang up now. Bye, sweetie.
Bye, Mom. Have a good day.
Hi, Mrs. Larson. I'm here. You're here already. Come on in and have a seat at the dinner table. Is there a reason why you asked me to come without Caleb? Is there some sort of secret you're keeping from him? Secret? What kind of secret would I ask you to keep from my son? I just had something small I wanted to talk about between us girlies, so I called you to come over. That's all. With me? What did you want to talk about? Well, I heard some interesting news from my son when I spoke to him the other day. What did the two of you talk about? I heard that the neighborhood your parents live in is being redeveloped. Right? Oh, yes, that's right. And that your parents said it was okay for the both of you to move into their apartment in Beverly Hills. Huh? Oh, well, about that. Just how much did he tell her? He's a little demon, that's what he is. Actually, I turned them down and told them that we wouldn't be moving into their apartment. It just didn't seem like something that was right for us right now. Why would you turn down their offer? That type of chance won't come again, you know. Huh? But when we got married, you told me not to move somewhere far from you. You said that we couldn't move anywhere that takes longer than a 30-minute drive. And if we move to Beverly Hills, it'll be at least a 2-hour drive without traffic. I refused because I know you want us to live close by. Why are you making this all about me? Of course this should be about you and Caleb. If you really want to do something for me, then don't refuse your parents' offer. Go on and move to Beverly Hills. Why? It doesn't really matter to me whether we live here or over there. Why? You're asking me why? Well, of course, if you say that my son can get an apartment in Beverly Hills for free without paying exorbitant rent, of course I'd say to go for it. What parent in their right mind would say no to something like that?
So, are you saying that you're truly okay with us not being able to see each other often?
Gosh, of course! There's nothing wrong with not coming to visit me often. Of course I can also go up to see the two of you, too.
Really? I'm not sure about that. You always talk about how hard it is for you to go places, and you don't really like going places far away. You get motion sick just from riding in a car for a minute. Wouldn't it be hard on you to come visit us?
What? No, I'm absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Why do you keep being so stubborn? I'm telling you that I'll be fine. So what's the problem? I'm practically throwing the both of you a bone to have a chance at living in such a nice area. And here you are, trying to throw it right back in my face. It would be such a shame to let this opportunity go to waste. So, hurry up and call your parents to tell them you changed your mind as soon as possible. Hurry and ask them to let you in as soon as possible.
Why do I need to hurry? There's no rush since my parents own the apartment. I think it's fine to take things at our own pace.
My goodness! Moving is so cumbersome, though. I'll even help the both of you move, too. So tell them to speed up the process, okay?
You're gonna help us. We can just call a moving company, though. We make enough money between the two of us for it not to be an issue.
Well, it'll still take a long time to clean, unpack, and put everything away if it's only the two of you. You're still really busy with work, aren't you? You do a lot of overtime, so you'll probably be tired and not want to do anything when you get home on the weekdays. So, if you only clean and unpack on the weekends, it could take the both of you more than a month to really settle in. Since I'm retired, I'm always just at home, so I've just been hanging around. I'm super bored since I have nothing to do. You're lucky that you have someone like me, your mother-in-law, that you can count on in these types of situations. They don't find many people like me these days. You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, if you get it, then call your parents right now.
Right now?
Yes. You've already decided on moving, right? You should hurry and tell them so that you can set up a move-in date with them.
My parents are probably out in their garden right now, so I don't think that they'll pick up. I'll call them when I get home.
Oh, is that so? Well, make sure that you call them today. Not tomorrow or the day after. Today.
I will. Don't worry.
Well, take care on your way home. Drive safe. When you're done talking to your parents about moving in, let me know too, okay?
She was a little bit weird today. I wonder why she's acting like this all of a sudden. Seems like she's hiding something behind her back. Usually, if I ask for something like this, she wouldn't even bat an eye and pretend like she didn't hear me. It's suspicious that she'd even go as far to say that she'll help us with the whole moving process. I should keep an eye out just in case. Even though we got permission from my mother-in-law to move far away from her, for some reason, I couldn't shake the feeling that something bad was about to happen. But since this is something my husband wanted, and his mom told us we could move forward with it, my husband and I called my parents to let them know we would go ahead with moving to their apartment in Beverly Hills. As soon as we finished the call, my husband called his mother to tell her, and news of our moving spread around like a wildfire. Because we were planning on moving to Beverly Hills in 2 months, we were extremely busy getting ready for it. But 1 week before our move-in, my mother-in-law made a ridiculous request that made me understand her weird behavior. What? What did you just say?
Mom, this is not the time for this kind of joke. Weren't you thinking about what I wanted when you told us to move to Beverly Hills? The both of you have good-paying jobs, and you've been married for some time already. You're already living a stable life. So it's fine for the both of you to look for another place. Your little brother's fiancé is expecting, and she'll probably give birth soon. Their house is too small for them to raise a child, and your little brother is the only one making any money. So I told him to move in here after his fiancé gives birth. You're the older brother, and you're saying you can't even help out your little brother just this once. So, this is the reason why you kept badgering me about moving in the first place. It was all for your youngest son to move into, wasn't it? Well, obviously it was. His fiancé's family kept going on and on about how Tyler needs to be the provider and get a house for the both of them. I had no choice but to help out. What could I do when they threatened to not let him marry the love of his life? He's the one who chose to get involved with their family, so why are you forcing this on us? I'm sorry, but I can't fulfill your request this time.
I'm also disappointed in you, Mom. How could you scam us like this? Were you only thinking about Tyler? How do you think I feel? Am I not also your son? You even knew how much I wanted to live here. Is being this type of trash the only thing important to you?
You realize Tyler has fought to do things he couldn't, and now that he's older, he can finally do them, right? Do you know what kind of family he's marrying into? They're the type of people to own 3 different properties. It's my duty as his mother to help him meet their standards. You're already married, so you can help him out too. Why do I have to give the apartment that my parents gave me to Tyler? I don't want to. If you're going to push this, I'll give the place back to my parents.
What? Honey, we don't have to do that. I want to live in this apartment. Mom, Alyssa, both of you need to stop. I can't give up this apartment.
This kid! This is your little brother's marriage we're talking about here. Do you want to ruin his marriage that badly? Just keep living where you've both been living for a little longer, and you can find a better place later. It'll be fine, so just do it that way. Why are you both so greedy? Is it that difficult to help out family? Family? Then what have you done for me? Ever since I married Caleb, what have you done to help me? What? Are you talking back to your mother-in-law right now? You need to speak to me with more respect, young lady. Yes, I am. I have no idea why I put up with you for so long. It's funny how you're demanding respect from me when you've never shown me an ounce of respect yourself. You need to act within your means instead of tricking other people to make yourself look bougie. Check yourself before you wreck yourself from trying to act higher and mightier than you are. What? What did you just say to me? You must be out of your mind saying something like that to me. I'm your elder, yet you're treating me with so much disrespect.
Mom, why are you being like this? Calm down. Alyssa, you stop too. What's wrong with the both of you?
Caleb, you need to choose. It's me or your mom.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, how mature of you. You think that you can beat blood, do you? Don't hurt yourself like this, sweetie. Just hand over the apartment. Hurry and choose. Is it me or your mom?
How am I supposed to choose?
Whoever doesn't get picked won't see Caleb for the rest of their life. What? Let's try it then.
Oh, Mom, please just stop talking. Everything's ruined because of you. We haven't even moved in yet. Mom, are you gonna take responsibility if I can't live in Beverly Hills?
Why would I take responsibility? Of course I was planning from the start to give this apartment to Tyler as soon as you made the contract.
Are you serious? You know what? I've made my decision. I choose you, Alyssa.
What? You're throwing away the person who raised you and going to that woman!
You were the one who threw me away first, Mom. No, wait. You're not even my mom now.
What are you saying? Well then, we'll take our leave now. We have nothing more to say to you. You don't have to help us with our move-in anymore, by the way. Please pass my congratulations to Tyler for his marriage, and I hope you can help Tyler find a good house. Wait, kids! Alyssa! Caleb! Let's talk this over again, okay? I was the one in the wrong, okay? So let's talk about this again. Oh my goodness. How could things have turned out like this? I've gotten myself in such huge trouble. I kept bragging and bragging about how I got them an apartment in Beverly Hills. Oh no! What am I supposed to do? My mother-in-law kept coming to our house to beg. But of course, my husband and I kept turning her away. My husband was understandably furious. I was a little surprised when he didn't even bat an eye when she got on her knees begging and bawling. If he had chosen her, I would have divorced him. But since he chose me, we're still together. My husband and I were finally able to move into our new apartment 2 weeks later. I feel a lot more comfortable since we live closer to my parents now. It's like night and day from when we lived closer to his mom. My husband likes my parents a lot more now, too. Also, after my mother-in-law almost destroyed Tyler's marriage, I heard that she gave up her house for Tyler and his wife to have for their family. She came back begging for our forgiveness because she had nowhere to go after Tyler kicked her out. I talked with Caleb about it, and we decided to let her be our live-in maid until we could hire an actual cleaning lady. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Hey! Just what do you think you're doing?
Mom, do you know how much that plate cost? Alyssa's parents gave it to us as a housewarming gift. It's an Hermes collection. What are you going to do now that you've gone and smashed it? You've been a housewife for 30 years and you still don't know how to wash dishes?
That's why I told you that we should hire a proper cleaning lady. Why did you let your mom stay with us? All she's doing is ruining everything in our house. Mrs. Larson, you'll have to pay back what you broke. What? I don't have any money to pay for something so expensive, though. I really apologize for my mistake. I'll work harder to help with the chores. But that's exactly what I'm talking about, though. Who asked you to help us? You were the one who said that you would help us to apologize for what you put us through. But all you do is destroy everything. Why should I keep putting up with it? You came crawling back to us after being thrown out by Tyler. Did you think we'd forgive you so easily just because you're in a rough spot? No. I'm just doing this to make everything up to the both of you.
Ugh, Mom. How many times have I told you to not wipe the TV with a wet towel? So many watermarks are on the screen now. Mom, do you think you're rich? I don't care if you're my mom. I won't be easy on you if you keep this up.
Oh, no. But I've wiped the TV with a towel so many times. I'll go back to wiping with tissue. Here, let me wipe it again. Mrs. Larson, just leave. Stop ruining our expensive electronics. But I have nowhere else to go if you kick me out. You know that Tyler kicked me out and that I don't have anyone else to go to. Then use this money to go stay at a hostel or something. I've put up with enough of your incompetence.
Yeah, she's right, Mom. Just leave and study how to take care of electronics. We're gonna test you on it, too. And don't think that we'll give you a second chance.
My own flesh and blood. My goodness. I raised both of you and Tyler, and this is what I get in return. How am I supposed to learn how to take care of electronics at my age? Let's try to do this. Television screen cleaning method. Oh, it really does show up. When cleaning the screen, unplug the power cord and use a soft cloth. Wipe gently in one direction. Please be careful of causing scratches or discoloration from wiping too hard. If there are a lot of fingerprints, blow on the screen and wipe. Do not spray water and wipe with a towel. Oh, it really is bad to clean it like that. It even says to not use a towel. I hope I didn't break anything. If they don't let me stay, I really won't have anywhere else to stay. Anyhow, it seems like I can search for anything on the internet. 10 ways to get along with your daughter-in-law. 1. Don't force her to call you often. 2. Don't start small arguments. 3. Don't tell her to get food with you every weekend. 4. Don't criticize her by asking if that's how her parents raised her. 5. Don't compare her to other people's daughters-in-law. 6. Don't make her wash the dishes for you. 7. Don't wish for a daughter-in-law that can be like your daughter. 8. If you have something to tell her, do your best to have your son pass it on to her. 9. Don't say anything to put her in a bad mood and defend her. 10. Don't nag. What? Everything I've ever done to her is written in this article. I really ruined my relationship with Alyssa as a mother-in-law. Well, I'll do my best to keep an open mind from now on. For now, I should just keep my mouth shut and keep cleaning. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.